My name is Giles Lucas. I'm an editor, amongst a few other things, but editing has been my main job and role for the last, nearly 25 years, believe it or not. And I've worked on a variety of sort of shows, lots of fairly well-known shows. So basically about 25 years as an editor, worked on a multitude of various different shows, from sort of studio-based stuff, natural history, documentary, entertainment. Deadly 60 was something I've done a lot of, Deal or No Deal, DOSOS. What else have I done a lot of? Ray Mears, done a lot of survival shows, that kind of stuff. So all jobs have levels of difficulty, and I think for me, the actual job itself isn't necessarily difficult. There can be difficult moments. Usually it's time restraints, meeting deadlines that will create pressure and can make things difficult in an edit environment. But actually the hardest thing in editing, the most difficult thing, is probably just getting in the first place, because it is quite a sort of still a sort of strange job. Working in television isn't your sort of everyday job, and then being an editor obviously is quite niche, and making the transitions and the stepping stones between each part of becoming an editor, starting as a runner like everybody does, assistant, edit assistant, and to an editor, that's the difficult stuff. The rest is nothing especially difficult. Well, my interpretation of editing is understanding a vision of a director or a producer, whoever that person is, or yourself, and basically being able to convey a coherent story with images and dialogue, basically, and it's knitting the two things together. Obviously there's an awful lot more to it than that. The use of music and rhythm and pacing, I think, is a real thing of mine, being musical as well. I think that's how you tell a story and the pace at which you're doing it. It's like when I talk to you, if I'm explaining something to you, I wouldn't gabble. You want to do everything at a sort of good pace, and that has to come through in a film. And obviously, if you're doing drama, you want moments where it is furious because the story is furious and it's a car chase, it has to be like that. And then moments where you reveal those really important things where the pace comes down. But ultimately it's just telling a story, a coherent story, making sense of somebody's vision, and then making sense of dialogue and picture and putting them together. My advice for a student wanting to be an editor would be I think the first thing is just to edit. Work with similar people on your same sort of level, filmmakers, and offer to edit. Edit everything. Just get busy, get cutting. I think that's the advice in any job, really, is find out where the opportunities are and who's making films, and then do that. And obviously, as you then earn your stripes and sort of level up, so to speak, then you can offer your services to other people. Yeah, so don't wait for them to come to you, go and make it happen. For me, the most important part of being an editor is actually understanding, because usually I work with someone else, director, producer, is understanding what that vision is. What do they want? So the first thing I would say, this is before we're even in an edit, I would have a phone call the week before and I'll say, what are we trying to achieve? So it's understanding what their vision is. What do they ultimately want out of this film, VT, whatever they're calling it, game show? What's it all about? Is to understand that. I love editing. I've always been I'm quite a creative person. I love the process. I love going from nothing to this, the art of creation there. I love the interaction with the people. Generally, obviously, it's a very close relationship with a edit, producer, director, whoever I'm sitting with. And for me, it's just another way of exercising my creative, I wouldn't say they're not talents, abilities. Want to learn pro? Come join us on UniPro.